The book club came about because I hadn't read a book since forever. I'm not a reader. I don't like reading, but I read a LinkedIn post where someone was mentioning Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, and they said it changed their life. And there must have been keywords in there that like really stuck with me in that time frame I was in. I was trying to obviously figure out relationships or do better at them or something. And so for some reason, I bought it and read it. And I remember going halfway through, and I was like, "Holy
I need to
shit."
share this.
I said, this is changing my outlook of every conversation I'm going to have moving forward. And I said, if this is this powerful for me, why I got to let other people know about it. So I asked some people in the office. It was totally, you could say yes or no. I let them know, like, I'm not telling you, you have to do this. So we had 6 people in the first one. We read Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Then we did the same book again with a little bit of a larger group. And then I was like, well, let's just open it up to the entire company and see what happens. So we had, I think, 33 or 35 people sign up. And essentially, we read through an entire book together. It'll be 10 to 20 pages every Monday and every Friday. We meet for a half an hour. You decide whether you want to be a part of the speaking crew or just the read along crew. And then we pick randomly 6 people that talk for 5 minutes in those 30 minutes about the chapter, about what they read. What's fascinating about it is, one, you'll read the same chapter as someone else and get completely different context on the same words that everybody read, which is beautiful. 2, it brings a lot of empathy for people who don't normally get to work together. So you'll have somebody on the floor hearing from the timekeeper or somebody in the admin department. They're like, oh, I didn't know this. Or, oh, when I see them at the thing, I can ask them about that. Like, it's just, we become more human beings instead of just annoyed about something really stupid. And for 30 minutes, an hour a week, for however many people are in the group, and $350 worth of books, it is the greatest team leadership, personal growth class I think you can buy on the market.
And the next book is Wuthering Heights.
It's actually 5 dysfunctions of a team, I think, is what we voted on. So
yeah, it's picking that. And I think it's great because one thing about a book, everybody sees it or hears it differently, and then you get to different aspects. And I think what the beauty of it as well, you get to understand how other people think within your organization.
yes, you start to understand what everybody's been preaching is like, put yourself in someone else's shoes. You actually get to live it, right? For months on end, because you're like, how are they seeing this in these words? I read the same chapter. And then you're realizing like, there's so much to learn from other people.
Am I even when you're looking at
That's exactly it.
What? You go, what?
Yeah. The best meetings, Joe, are when people get on the mic to talk and it's their turn and they're just like, this chapter destroyed me, in the sense of like, my outlook is so wrong based on what this book is telling me, and I can see the light of how it could be so different. And that growth trajectory of just like, then you're taking conflict differently. You're taking bad days differently. You're not putting it on other people. Like, that is efficiency. That all equates to efficiency.
It's funny because I would say to organizations when they create a proposal for a client, I ask them, are you writing the proposal for you or are you writing the proposal for the client? Dang. And they look at it and go, I'm actually writing it for myself. I says, and that's what you're doing wrong. You have to write it for them.
I actually love that, Joe. I don't know if you told me that before, I apologize. I didn't gather it, but that's really brilliant, because I'm actually looking at revamping our proposals, and that question changes my entire mindset around.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was being selfish.
Yeah, but
I would buy this in a heartbeat, Joe. Why won't they?
It's for me. Look, see if I've even put 2 bells on it and a whistle.
That's funny.
It's a case of, it's like I tell the story about the manufacturing organization that wins the deal, and the other company rings up and says, why didn't we get it? And they say, well, you only just gave us one price. And that's all that you gave us was all that we had to work off. Where the others gave us something which we could relate to, and we couldn't talk about the different pricing structures. And that's the difference. Write it for the person.
To solve their problem. Yeah, I know that's so simple. You can tell I'm not a salesperson. Operation, I'm like, it works, it fits. What's the problem?
Ding, ding, ding.